Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope everyone's well. I went away to beautiful Hawaii and I was hoping to get the videos done last week and it didn't turn out that way. End of May was awesome, but a lot of graduation, all this holiday and all this stuff. But we're here. So Sagittarius, let's get this going, okay? So waking up the energy, we'll get this all going. Laying out the 11 cards, okay? So let's go with that. And I'll call out what the cards are. And then, people that like to take notes and to, have it to look up later. Because when you get a reading, it's not just, oh, what is the person going to give to me? It's also what, the messages, of course, but what you can do for yourself. Because when I pull the animal card, you're going to look up what the animal is and really learn from that as a spirit animal for more guidance, more wisdom, because animals are more aware than humans of what's going on. We're so distracted, we're so entertained, right? Then I have the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. They're awesome. We're going to start from this card all the way over later on. And I list the page that these cards are found in the book because, if you do have the book, it's like flipping through it just to get to it and bookmark it, right? Whatever the book is. I like to list what I want to hear in a video so that I can easily get to it, right? So, so these are the 11 cards. And then that's it. That's the reading. Okay, so we're going to start out. 2 of Staves, the Lover's card, a major arcana. The Star card, major arcana. 5 of Staves, the World card, major arcana. Page of Cups, 6 of Coins, 6 of Cups, 6 of Coins. Okay, Page of Cups, 6 of Cups, 6 of Coins. Oh my gosh, Ace of Cups, 4 of Coins, and the Hierophant, major arcana. So in a general tarot reading, I always say, like to let people know to take the major arcanas as powerful messages, right? And then in your own personal reading, the major arcanas are a definite, right? Where the other suits, the minor suits, you can change them with your action, okay? So the 2 of Staves represent you on your journey in life, where you are going, where you want to go, you having your confidence, feeling successful, and then attracting that energy. The Lover's cards represent someone in your life, a relationship. So if you're single, I really feel that this entire reading is all about you really balancing your relationship, your money aspect, and just your life in general with this person's life. And at the end of it, you are really focusing on how the person treats you when it comes financially. Are they really showing you affection or not? And I feel like in a marriage and a single relationship, you really have to come to terms with balance at the end of how the person treats you, right? And then just the way you perceive things from your childhood. Okay, so that's like the overall reading, looking at all these cards and how they are next to each other, and really questioning how you're wasting your time, but how the other person might be wasting their time and your time collectively, right? And seeing if your goals match up and really coming to the wisdom of the Hierophant to really try to balance things out. Okay, so let's go back to the 2 of Staves, like we said, being confident, being on your road, on your way, doing what you want to do and attracting people like that. The Lover's card is about having a lover in your life, a relationship that's not a committed relationship, or it could be a committed relationship. And then finding out that with the Star card there, really trying to figure out if this relationship, like another reading I just did, is this lining up with your life purpose? Like, is this relationship fit in with who you are? So when you get to know the person, you're like, okay, this is not something that's a solid love. because this person and I really don't match. They don't have to necessarily like the same things you like. You just realize that for some reason it's just not a good match. So then you have the Five of Staves, and it's about how you're using your time. Are you fooling around when you shouldn't be? Are you using your time wisely? Are you making enough time for leisure, for fun? And then the world card comes in, and the world card energy is all about how you view your world, your success, your goals, and so forth, what you are going for. How can you be more in control of your life? The Page of Cups card is focusing on that compassionate energy to yourself. I always like to think of it as the words that you use to yourself, and how is that message coming across to you and even to others. The Six of Cups is about protecting yourself from negative energy outside of your home or your family or outside of yourself, okay? And really thinking of when times were better, like nostalgia, right? And whenever this card pops up, I'm like, yeah, that's all good and dandy, but how can you implement that goodness in your life right now? Right? And block out the negative and focus on positive. So then we have the Six of Coins, and the Six of Coins represents that reciprocity, that give and take, Sagittarius. And some people are not good at giving and taking. So really looking at a balance of your life, okay? And really seeing how things are balancing out. Then you have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is more like the divine card. So really, I feel like it's connecting to your intuition and knowing that something is off when it comes to finances. And how can you balance that? Because now you have the Four of Coins, and it's about a person that is greedy or not being honest with money, hiding money, keeping money away. So there's a lack of honesty there. And then you have the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card represents that person that holds the knowledge. So someone holds the knowledge and is not sharing it about something. And you feel like this is something important for you to be aware of. Okay? So where does that apply in your life? And like I said in the beginning, go back to it. For if you're single, as a love reading, it's more about that openness in a relationship. And since it's the Lover's card, it's not a full commitment. So you really have to look at yourself, your future goals, your present goals, your future goals, and that person, and see if that love really, really can mash up. Okay. And generally speaking, in the reading, it's really, if you're looking at yourself, it's the same thing. It's what works for you and where your life is going. And at the end, it has two powerful money cards, and it's all about really trust and honesty. Okay. So starting on this end and going all the way over, the first card, you can find that on page 66, and it represents ancestors, right? So that energy of the karmic life, right? And the connection through DNA, and really lighting candles, putting out a glass of water once a month or whenever you feel it to honor ancestors. Think about how harder their life might have been, or easier, or whatever, but kind of just clearing the karmic, the energy. You know, if someone recently passed away in your family, someone that felt like they were family, really honoring them and letting them go to move on to the next. You can burn ancestor money, say a prayer. It also speaks about motion in the definition of this card. It talks about seeing life in death and death in life. So look into what that means to you if you have the deck or you're curious, okay? Page 154 is La Sarine, that mermaid energy, that water energy, the ocean, world womb, these sacred songs, music and spoken words bridging together, coming together, okay, for healing. How can like calming music, maybe, you know, it's not going to be drumming music that works for you for the lower chakras and going up, rising the kundalini. Maybe it's a different type of music that you connect to your ancestors with, that will kind of create that space for even your personal healing and their healing. Okay, this card also talks about the color blue. It talks about the power of empathy, emotional connection, and marriage. So see what that means for you. The third card is the hunter, Ochosi. I love that. Okay, so it's that earth energy, the hunter, the forest equals getting things done. It talks about taking good use of what you have, not wasting your time or wasting what you have, like food. So, like if you're wasting food, as an example, how is that waste spilling over into other parts of your life? So, you think about the hunter. The hunter is focused. The hunter is probably more focused than the average person. Like an animal is aware of their surroundings, right? So, how can you implement that in your life? When you think of Ochosi, I think of time equals being in the moment. So you really have to be present in the moment. Okay. And for Sagittarius, you think of that bow and arrow, right? The arrow, the centaur of Sagittarius, that focus, that hunter. Okay. So page 158 is Oshun, the goddess of love, the goddess of river. I take this card as self-love, looking in the mirror, speaking positive things to yourself. If you just moved into a new home, how many people have looked in the same mirror? Maybe cleansing the mirror, blessing the mirror, saging it. Palo Santo, sweetgrass, blessing your home. These are all things that isn't just spiritual. These are things that people have always done. They just don't freaking talk about it. It's like things that are important. Everything is balanced. Every friggin' thing is energy. You don't have to be spiritual to be aware of that. Hello. So we have Oshun's energy, and this is Earth, goddess of love. And at the end of May, there was Venus in Cancer. So we think of Venus, we think of love. We think of Cancer, we think of compassion. Opposite on the zodiac chart is Capricorn. Capricorn and Cancer tend to have a really dynamic relationship. It's that water and earth. So whatever your opposite sign is, you guys are similar in the fact that, or let me put it this way, the way that you guys get things done, you get it done in different ways, but you have basically like the same energy is one thing that I learned, which is so cool. It's a cool information. So whatever your opposites, like for Sagittarius is Gemini, you guys are very much the same, but the way you execute things is different. That's it. Okay. So back to Venus is about love and money. So how can you take love and money in your life right now in the most highest positive way to better your life? Okay. So Venus, which is not talked about a lot, Venus has a very Mars-like warrior energy. So how can you fight for that for yourself in the most highest positive way? Love, self-love, and money for survival. That Ochosi energy. That's how I interpret it. Okay. So that Oshun is that self-love, that river sweet water. Okay. So page 178 is Yamaya, the mother of the ocean, right? So that is the power, the beauty, the ocean, the water. What I channeled when I looked at that card was respect the mother equals love. Okay. So how can that love the mother gives, the child gives back, can build harmony and balance? Okay, equal in love. How can that be implemented in your life, right? Pregnant Orisha. This card represents, the art represents the pregnant Orisha giving birth into the ocean, okay, into the sea. So it equals giving birth. What can you give birth to? And what do you think of when you think of birth and mother and so on, okay? So let's look at the animal. I like this animal deck as well. So the Power Animal Oracle card. So like I always say, animals are more aware than humans, right? Duh. And we can learn a lot from animals, okay? Trust that. So let's see what we have. We have koala, empathy. Okay, we just talked about empathy with Lasarine, right? Empathy. Okay, koala. Speak less and listen more. Boom. Speak less, listen more. Learn a lot. I'm surprised we didn't get the hangman in this one. So the wisdom of the koala. So look up, there's one website that's really awesome this lady has. She's been around for years. I mean, I remember her website way back when the internet just started, at least in my mind, I think. I remember it. I can't remember, but if you type in like, if you Google like spirit animal meaning, hers should pop up. An excellent page because it gives different tribal, different cultures definition of animals. Okay, some of it adds up, and some of it doesn't. Like some of it is similar and some isn't, but they're all beautiful definitions, right? So with the koala, it says empathy, speak less and listen more. And additional in the book for this, it says additional association is rest, detoxification, safety, and sensitivity. So look up what the koala means to you. Okay. So even though you're receiving a reading, I always tell people you have to do the work. It's like you can do all you can for someone, but they have to really pick it up, right? So these are the cards for June, and really get the meaning out of it. Watch the video again, take notes, see what it means for your life as a general tarot card reading for for Sagittarius. So have a happy June. Enjoy the month, and the main message is really life balance. It really comes down to that life balance. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.